they're doing things that objectively, I don't care which side of the aisle you're on, objectively are unconstitutional. So no matter which side of the aisle on, you would like to uphold the Constitution a little bit, right? Like you can't go enter someone's home without a warrant, and not some like federal administrative warrant that they're trying to like skirt around it.
Yeah.
You cannot enter someone's home without an actual warrant. I think it's like the
judicial amendment
It's the Fourth Amendment.
Yeah,
yeah, exactly. So it's like, and they're just entering homes. Dude, I saw them arrest somebody for having an accent. And the ICE agent that arrested him had an accent.
Yeah,
Did you see that video? And the guy was like, you got an accent too.
Where are you from?
Exactly.
Renewed criticism has surfaced for Andrew Schulz and the Flagrant crew.
So let's talk about what happened in Minneapolis. ICE murdered an American citizen in cold blood, and then the Trump administration called him a domestic terrorist.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Like plain and simple.
Yeah.
I see the administration trying to spin it. It's like they didn't even have a moment where they're like, hey, we're reviewing the footage. We're going to try to see what's really happening. All of them, Trump and all the cronies, put out collective statements that immediately blamed an American citizen that was exercising his First and Second Amendment rights, right? He has the right to protest. He has the right to carry a firearm. He's a legal gun owner, right? There's no question about this whatsoever. And the administration immediately comes out and they try to gaslight the public, which you cannot do when we have 15 different videos of what happened.
Yes.
And
that is what they do, though.
But that is what they do.
Yeah.
And I think that governments have probably been doing this for centuries, millennia. And now you have a public that is armed with phones and we can see what actually happened. And you're not going to just lie to us, plain and simple, like that.
While this is all well and good,
I believe when Trump, everything he campaigned on, I believe he wanted to do. And now he's doing the exact opposite thing of
I don't know what he's done. Yeah, exactly to your point. If you tell me, it's easier for me to believe you wanted to do all these things if any of them were happening in the way that you said they would.
To that point, like there'll be people that like they'll DM me and be like, you see what your boy's doing? You voted for this. I'm like, I voted for none of this. He's doing the exact opposite of everything I voted for.
Yeah.
I want him to stop the wars. He's funding them. I want him to shrink spending, reduce the budget. He's increasing it. It's like everything that he said he's going to do, except sending immigrants back. And now he's even flip-flopped on that.
Schulz really did say, I didn't vote for this. The fact is, he did.
Okay, Andrew, you voted for a convicted felon that tried to overturn the federal government. Let's just start there. So any form of logic that you had after what we all saw with our own eyes on January 6th, anything that you saw after that is just you bending and not wanting to vote for another side, not wanting to hear the truth, caving to this toxic masculinity in this, we're going to deport everybody and we're going to be tough and we're going to make America great. It's all, the only thing Trump ran on were lies. And he lied to everybody and dumb people fell for it. And the main reason that he lied is to prevent himself from going to prison and to shut down investigations into him that probably would have led to incarceration and bankruptcy. This is what you're going to get, but I don't know how you teach somebody like you who clearly you're not a dumb, but you fell for all this bull propaganda, and Trump waltzes onto your podcast and puts on a charm offensive, and then you think, yep, this is my guy, I'm going to vote for him. Yet all of the other red flags that everybody on the planet saw, we didn't ignore, and now here you are.
I've had it, ladies, call them out.
They'll DM me and be like, you see what your boy's doing? You voted for this. I'm like, I voted for none of this.
Yes, you did, you ridiculous little man. We warned about everything that was happening throughout the entire election because it's almost like they published a playbook telling us exactly what was going to happen. But you, no, that's liberal fear-mongering. That's not real. Ugh. Now you have the audacity to want to play victim. Well, that's not what I voted for. Here's the thing. I don't think we should shame Trump voters who see the light and come around, but that requires them taking accountability. That requires, at the very least, acknowledging you were willing to turn a blind eye to the worst proposals from the Trump administration that we warned you about for months, and you voted for him anyway. Accountability is recognizing like, hey, I voted for this guy because I thought it was going to benefit me, and it's not benefiting me. I was wrong. But don't try saying I didn't vote for this. You did. You just thought it would pay off for you.
As did many others.
Do not fall for the MAGA rebranders.
People that like, they'll DM me and be like, you see what your boy doing? You voted for this. I'm like, I voted for none of this. He's doing the exact opposite of everything I voted for.
Yeah.
I want him to stop the wars. He's funding them. I want him to shrink spending, reduce the budget.
People like Schulz, people like Joe Rogan are trying to do a soft rebrand where they're trying to step away from their involvement in the MAGA movement. No. They don't get to absolve themselves of what they voted for, of what they encourage. They voted for this. They need to stand on business and stand by all of the decisions, all of the that he's been doing. I didn't know he was going to do this. He said exactly what he was going to do. And if you were too stupid not to pay attention, that's on you. But that doesn't get to let you walk away from this. People like them, people like Candace Owens and countless others, we're going to see them over the next few years try to move away from the MAGA movement and try to claim at some point, oh no, I never supported Donald Trump. I was never involved in any of the that he did. No, you guys did this. You guys just are too soft and have no actual morals or convictions that you can stand on. But no, you guys voted exactly for this. And I don't want to hear any sort of rewriting of history.
Like Pesto Hot Pocket on TikTok. To be honest and fully transparent, I am torn. When I see clips like these with people who have humongous audiences and they speak out against what we are seeing, I think that is a net positive because we must build a strong left coalition. We must be on the same page in order to fight fascism. The other part of me is saying, how can you possibly say you didn't expect this or you're running away from it when he told us? We had people who support everything that this man does, so much so that they wore a bandage over their ears. And they held up mass deportations now when he spoke at the RNC. How do you not see it? Professors on fascism told us it will not stop with immigrants, which, by the way, look at who they're going after. Think about what they are doing. He told us this would happen. Stephen Miller told us this would happen. The entire New York City rally told us this would happen. They wanted it to happen. I understand that normies walk amongst us and they are not hyper-focused on this sort of stuff. How could you not? The same people who say, yeah, I don't really do politics, so you don't care about your schools, you don't care about your roads, you don't care about climate change, you don't care about the air you breathe, you don't care about the water that you drink, you don't care about the imported beer that you drink, you don't care about the food that you put in your body, you don't care about the price of housing, the price of renting an apartment. You don't care about any of that. You don't care about school shootings. You don't care about paying a ton for healthcare. I get fed up, honestly, I do. Because they'll be the same people, if you were to try to pin them down with how they said this on the campaign trail over and over and over again, that they would probably play dumb, or they would say, oh, I didn't see that. How? They're poisoning the blood of our country. He called immigrants vermin. That is language that is used from the Big H and Goebbels. I view it as a net positive that they're speaking out, but I still need to see a ton more before I even give them a small amount of praise. I just do. Because they put us in this position. And did I want to see more out of the Democratic nominee? Yeah, I did. But I also knew what would happen because I followed what he was saying and what they said they would do. And that's why I've been calling them fascists for years, because we know that Republicans are inherently fascist. It's what they want. So, great, you spoke out. Do it every day. Speak out every single day. And say that your audience should not support this. And a lot more. Until then, reserve doubt.